Hi Leo, welcome to your October general message. I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. Oh, Leo, eclipse season, isn't it? Isn't it? For you, Leo, there's a lot of changes actually. Leo has been in Venus, and it's been a bit of a whirlwind for you, Leo. I look at it as this spotlight, right? The spotlight energy has been on you since July, right? When Leo entered into Venus. And then we had your season, right? August is Leo season. We had Mars in Leo, Venus in Leo, Chiron in Leo. A lot of this, not Chiron, sorry, Chiron's in Aries. A lot of this fire energy, though, we had Black Moon Lilith in Leo. And I believe even, was that it? I'm trying to recall, but it was a lot of Leo energy. So I look at it as this spotlight. Like the universe was like, all right, Leo, this is your time. and depending on where you're at on your journey, right, your spiritual journey, it can be a bit like, oh shit, do I have everything put together? You know, it's almost like, I think of like your parents or like your boss that's doing like that check-in, you know, and like micromanaging from the universe. And on the flip side of that, when we have our sign heavily being influenced by astrology, right, when there's lots of planets in your sign, it can work to your advantage. But again, there is this spotlight energy. It's like, okay, the pressure's on, like, and it's not that you can't do it, right? Because you do have this energy that you're very comfortable in, that's very familiar. So it does help usher in change. But anyway, we now have Venus going into Virgo as of October 9th. So there's a little less of this pressure, and I feel like it's wrapping up this chapter of Venus retrograde that's been heavily influencing all the signs, especially you, given that first house influence, right, being in your sign. That first house, again, there's a lot of there's pressure in that first house, right? There's a lot of power though, right? There's a lot of power when we can realize our potential, right? The potential of the first house is endless, but it all draws back to self. And if we're not in alignment with self, it can be a bit tricky. It can be a bit triggering with that first house. So wherever you're at now in the month of October, there's a lot of big lessons around love, and Venus in Virgo will be shifting gears, right? We're going into Libra season. Eclipse season is this month. We have this new lunar node, emphasis of that Libra, Aries energy, Aries North Node, Libra South Node. If you want to know a bit more about what that means, you can check out my Sunday live messages. The last 2 Sundays I've gone live, and I've explained a little bit more in depth about what this means for everyone. And I'll be going live as much as I can. My plan is to go live every Sunday, so stay tuned for that. I'll be answering questions live, doing a bit of an astrology update. So come prepared with your questions, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right. So Leo, eclipse season, right? Libra solar eclipse is happening October 14th. And it's going to be in your 3rd house, okay? The Venus in Virgo is in your 2nd house. So that Venusian energy is actually going to be highlighting your money. And Venusian energy definitely plays a big part in money. It's like what we value, right? And it has a lot to do with abundance. So 2nd, 3rd house are being highlighted the first half of the month of October. Again, 2nd house is all about our resources, right? Pulling on our resources, finding creative outlets, right, with a Venusian energy that can maybe make you money. Maybe it's a side project that you have, music, art, you know, anything to do with Venus. Beauty, aesthetics, design, etc. But Venus in your second house, it's like money can come to you, right? It's like that, the Empress energy. It's like you're in a more receptive place with Venus in the second house. And it can vary depending on your personal chart. If you want to get a chart reading with me, we can look into how that's being aspected. But the solar eclipse on the 14th is in your third house, which is a lot of this mental stimulation. It's a lot about how you're taking in information and you're processing it. Because a lot of information is being thrown at you. It might seem a bit overwhelming, right? Third house can be very overwhelming. It's Gemini energy, right? There's this duality that plays within it. It's like a processor. And that processor, you know, if you have Gemini in your chart, then it might make it a little easier if you have any more air planets. But for people that don't have any air and they step into that third house, it can be like, oh my God, mental, like frying out, you know, like mental overboard. I'm seeing like a computer system just like overheating. But it is where we take in information and we siphon it out, and we have our, you know, what we see as truthful or honest, and we lead our lives with that kind of information. And we can express ourselves in this house a lot around communication, skillful communication, mindful communication. It's a lot of expression. It also talks about neighbors, like your community, like close distance, like outreach within the community. But it's a lot of mental stimulation, so be prepared for that. Yeah, balance it out. That just flipped out. Find some balance there, because you are going to be feeling a lot of this mental activity, especially during that solar eclipse in Libra. And especially if you have cardinal energy in your chart, right? That's Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. Wherever you have that influence in your chart, take a look at that planet and also the house that it's ruled by. And if you don't know any of this information, again, you can find all my information in the description box below. I offer tarot and birth chart readings. All right, so the second half of the month, we have the lunar eclipse in Taurus, and that is on the 28th, and that's in your 10th house. So this is all about purpose, right? That 10th house, it sits at the top of our chart. It's usually more heavily influenced in the latter half of our years. You know, some could say that we know our purpose at a very young age. And the message that I'm getting for you is think back to your childhood even. Because eclipses do tend to bring up the past. And think about what kind of creative outlets, right? What kind of hobbies, what were your interests when you were a kid? And that 10th house, you might actually be shifting gears into something that you've wanted to do for quite some time, or reestablish yourself amongst a certain community towards the end of the month. But it's all about purpose with the 10th house being highlighted for you, realigning your purpose here. And again, eclipse season is an extension of time. It's a year and a half, right? We had that first shift into Aries back in July, so we're a couple months kind of into this, but this is that send-off energy. This is the last eclipse in that Taurus, Scorpio, lunar node axis. It's the send-off energy. It's a very intentional month. It's very important to be intentional with what we are creating, right? The ripple effect. I talked about it during my Sunday lives. Whatever we're casting out in this month, it's going to create waves throughout the year and a half, okay? All right, let's dive in here. Let's talk about Leo here. What do the cards have to say for you? Wow, okay. Luck. You got luck here, the duck, and the chrysanthemum. Okay, so a level of luck. I do see that Venus is in your second house. There's some luck. duck luck. The spider and passion flower. Ooh, this is like really getting down to the detail, right? This is again creating with intention, right? The spider weaves with such skill and patience and perseverance, very tactful, you know. I'm almost getting off this card like the Seven of Swords, but in a good way. You know, the Seven of Swords in tarot can be received as something that is strategic or sometimes manipulative or self-sabotage or sneaking away from something. But in this sense, it's like, you know, strategizing, gaining some skill through that third house, even. Knowledge is power, right? But it says creative ingenuity. So again, some sort of creative outlet that you have. We are going to be in this Venusian energy, right? Libra, Taurus energy, they're both ruled by Venus. So I talked about this as well with all this fiery Aries energy. We have to learn how to release this anger, these repressed emotions. The Aries full moon is actually today as we speak. So there's a lot of these emotions bubbling below the surface, and that fire energy likes to act on it, but sometimes a bit impulsive and erratic. And it's going to be really important, again, to be intentional. And I feel like the best way to do that is to have some sort of outlet, creative outlets, healthy outlets to exert that energy, whether it's movement, dance, music, art, etc. All right, let's pull from the soul's journey for you, Leo, for the month of October. Let's see here. Leo, sun, moon, rising, and or Venus signs. Leo, collective, please show me what I need to see. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Beautiful. So much growth and change with eclipse season. And I see that being highlighted with your 10th house, right? What is your purpose? This is where do you belong, right? What is my purpose? Like, these are some really big themes for you, Leo. And having a growth mindset here is going to be very important, right? Again, being intentional with your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. Ooh, denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Wow, and there's awareness here on both of these cards. So there's a lot around being very aware, and that third house is going to help influence you. Gaining information to help you become more aware of your surroundings, the people, places, and things that you're occupying at this time, whatever relationship dynamics that you're occupying. But there's a lot around this 10th house for you. Gaining awareness of what your purpose is and getting rid of any sort of denial or fear or lack mentality, right? Being in denial over something, and that might look different for every Leo. All right, we're gonna pull from the tarot, the Light Seers Tarot. I've been really enjoying using this deck. I just got this deck maybe a couple weeks ago, and I love it. I've been wanting it for quite some time, and I'm just slowly but surely expanding all the cards. Oh, Chariot. Okay, you might have Cancer in your chart, or dealing with a Cancer. There's movement, travel potential. This is initiation, action. Okay, I like to see that for you. So taking steps towards your purpose. Leo. What do we have for the month of October for Leo? Ooh, there you are, Strength card. It did kind of flip itself. It was like in reverse, upright. I'm going to read it upright, but I just want you to know that there might be moments, again, where you step into this fear or denial. Maybe you're denying yourself this growth because you feel unworthy in some way. The Strength card is perseverance. Taming the beast, befriending the beast, understanding the polarity that lives amongst you. So that's going to be at the forefront, the Strength card for you, Leo. That's definitely your energy. October for Leo, what is it that they need to know? Oh, wow. Might be something around the home with the Four of Wands here. Five of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Hangman. You are releasing yourself from something that was stagnant or stuck, especially if it was a past person, place, or thing. It might be a Pisces that you are releasing yourself from. But I see you gaining insight, right? This Hangman goes into this kind of cocoon phase. They hang themselves upside down so that they can become more aware, this heightened sense of awareness, connecting in with the depths of their emotions, their intuition. It's a very spiritual part of the Fool's journey. It's necessary, you know. It's not always about movement, right? There are moments in our lives when we're growing and it might really seem like a standstill. Like, why aren't things shifting? Why aren't things moving, right? But I saw the Chariot card and I see this now in reverse. So I think that this month there is this awareness. You're no longer in denial over something. You're ready to grow. You're ready to expand. You're feeling like you're gaining the strength to do so, right? Because there's something here that is really beautiful. Nine of Cups, the Star card. You might have Aquarius in your chart or water in your chart. You're letting go of things, all right? Five of Wands is like external forces, outside influence, people playing into your purpose, right? Maybe keeping or holding you back from what it is that you truly want or need to grow, okay? And you're letting go of that. I like seeing this energy in reverse. You're understanding and acknowledging where there were shortcomings, right? The flaws. You're not wearing rose-colored glasses around something, right? You're being very honest with yourself. And I think that this is all due to that Venus in Leo energy, right? That first house heavy influence on you over the last couple months, right? It's pushed you out of this Hangman position and it's helped you sort out some of these external forces that were just not serving your greatest good or your purpose, okay? You're moving into your wish fulfillment. What fills you up, right? What makes you feel invigorated and strong, right? Whole, holy, right? Nine of Cups is everything. It's a very beautiful energy, right? It's this expansive energy. It's wish fulfillment. It's feeling happy again, you know? Something is lighting you up, right? Look at her heart chakra is being lit up. With the Nine of Cups, especially in this picture, you know, the Rider-Waite deck shows it as someone that's a bit more smug. You know, it can also kind of talk about energy that's more like, a little more selfish, right? Maybe like a lush. Some decks depict the energies differently, and that's why I like getting different decks, right? This deck here showcases it as something like, I now have gained all of this happiness, right? These 9 cups are so full that I'm really ready to give, right? I feel like I am in a place that I can give again. Feeling like, yeah, you're ready to step out into something, step out into the unknown, the Star card. You know, there's a lot of this solo energy, so this is a very solo journey. It looks like you're on. And there might be someone or something that kind of comes into this journey with you. But a lot of the work here this month is about yourself. What makes you happy? What puts you in this place of healing? And again, I'm getting remembrance because this person is like staring up at the universe. They're like gaining access and awareness and insight, right? That third house influence. And it's healing your heart. There's a lot of heart healing this month, especially with the Strength card here. This is Leo energy, which is rules the heart. All right, let's pull a love oracle. Let's pull a couple love tarot messages. We're going to take this on over to the extended for a love specific message. If you want to follow me on my Patreon, the link is in the description box below. I'd love for you to follow me over there and support me on my Patreon. You gain access to all extended messages and you get 20% off all private readings. and birth chart readings. All right, Leo, focus in on the person you are thinking about currently at this time. We're going to pull some love tarot messages for you. It has been a rough road for you. You must decide whether it's worth it to keep on going. So when it comes to love, Leo, there's something that has been rocky or broken in the past, right? But with that being said, you know, I feel like there's been a lot of growth within this, right? Long road and many flames. It can take many tries to find the right one. Or again, like divine timing, right? Take a break when you need to and don't give up. So this is about perseverance. You have the long road card. You have a long way to go before you find what you want, but the journey helps you grow. So yes, again, things that might have felt a bit rocky or broken in the past with this love dynamic, right? The trials and tribulations, and it might have broken your spirit in some way. And it put you maybe in this hangman position, right? Sorting things out, needing to heal. And I still feel like you're in this healing energy. There's a lot of healing that's still taking place. But it looks like there's some sort of perseverance here, and there's like a journey, right? With the long road showing up here. And I can't help but see this. There's, you know, you feel like you have been abandoned, but there's a deeper connection coming. So I feel like this person in particular, the energy that I'm picking up on is someone that you've had a past with, right? It's been a rough road. There's been a lot of broken promises. They may break your heart, but not your spirits. So you're getting in alignment again with your spirit, your soul, your soul's purpose, right? And there's a lot of perseverance here. I feel like there is a potential rebirth, right? Especially with the growth card showing up here and you getting out of this like denial. There's a lot of acceptance in this relationship, a lot of perseverance. And of course that takes both parties, right? But there's a lot of this healing energy that's coming in with this love, a lot more understanding and empathy of the past and how it served you both in some way. Let's pull another lover oracle here from a different deck. We're going to take this on over to the extended. Again, link is in the description box below. Please like, share, and subscribe. All of your support is truly helpful to keep this channel going. Leo. Ooh, okay. Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. Keys on a ring. Many options. Decision. You have decisions to make, it looks like, when it comes to love. All right. I'll see you over on Patreon. If not, let's check in again for the mid-month in October. Be well, Leo. Bye for now.